Hello guys, again Lena Govedarica here, Women International Master, directly in live from Budva, Montenegro, European Youth Chess Championship 2025, organized by ECU. As I promised to you, I will do two more games under 16 and 18, as this can be both like tactical and strategical, well played by girls under 16 and 18. And I will definitely jump right on the games, and is always the first thing what I would do is when I jump into the playing hall and I saw this amazing position against on the white pieces was Romanian player Maria Antonia Aldea, and then on the with the black pieces Lara Zagorac was played this game. Anyway, at this particular tournament, Lara has plus 40 in rating, while Maria Antonia 46. So both players are pretty in a good shape, in a good form of this tournament. But this is something interesting that caught my attention in the playing hall. And what did I do before I set the stage here and show you this position? I definitely do a material evaluation. I see that there is 3 pawns for one light or minor pieces here, which is quite sometimes enough. Sometimes it isn't. It all depends on the position of the structure of the particular situation in the game. So we always need to add a strategical evaluation at the current position. So what to do now and why to evaluate this position, as our engine bar are showing us that there is minus 31 in favor of black. Why? Because there is a 3 pawn, that's fine. There is 2, 4, 6, 7 pawns against 4, and should be mathematically right for white, but there is no way now to push those pawns. It's a king side, and there is mostly attack on the king side, so there is no way to exploit that 3 pawn thing that should actually be something that will make this position equal. So what actually happened in this particular game is one amazing move for me. Why for me? Because Queen G3, okay, everything is prepared for attack, and all of a sudden, girl under 16 is trying to make this position a little bit more peaceful, to exchange and to convert this minor piece up into a winning position in the end by stopping the pawn on the king side and by using that one piece up in order to win the game. So how did white actually respond? Of course, the best move is to take. There is no other chance to move with the queen, to be even more passive, or to try to be even more active. Let's say to move the queen on h6 or something like that. It just doesn't work because of this amazing threats. There is no way to take this knight because of the pin. And then what was the decision of white? Maria Antonia Aldea chose to take the queen, and then knight took on g3, and bishop came to e1. And now all of a sudden, when we exchange the queen, we have a completely new position. And that is why actually chess players need to stay in a very good mental and physical shape, because now you thought that it is going to be a checkmate, there was a queen, there was an open attack, open files, but no, my decision was to exchange the queen and to strategically actually win the game. But what actually happened? Queenside castle happened, and then king to f2, which was a decisive mistake. If you want, you can just pause the video right now and find an amazing blow that Lara Zagorac actually found. What is that? B4 move. Why? We want to move that bishop, that knight, and to try, to what to do? To try to take the pawn. So we need to move that defender, as I say, and to take the material, and everything will fall apart at that time. And then when b4 was played, what to choose? Then rook e3 as her opponent from Romania chosen, and then there is a final blow, which is really amazing when these minor pieces are finally showing their strength and their coordination in center. It's really hard to hold it, and I will again pause the video to find this tactical motive to solve this game and to solve this kind of puzzle. This is something I saw in the playing hall, and I was like, let's show my audience what is the biggest trick here. And what happened is actually knight f5. Congratulations to Lara Zagorac, because after the e takes on e5, there is rook g2, and it is very hard to hold this position. King e1, and now finally knight f3 is coming, and the rest is history, as I love to say. There is a double attack right here. She tried to take with the rook, take with the rook again, bishop took on g2, and now after all the storm passes, I loved again to remind my students and my audience to do one more evaluation and to see where we are right now at the current position, where black is of course completely winning, but this is all the time we need to ask ourselves, what about this? What is the threat? And is this position good enough? Of course, this is good enough for black to win the game. And this is something what just Lara Zagorac converted in, let's say, 20 more moves step by step. So congratulations. The standings after the round number 7 in this group is that French Stolucia is leading with 6 points, solo leader. Then after her we have a lot of, I think 6 players with 5.5 points. Right behind Stol is Hussein Ayan and her compatriot Akaverdieva Mariam, and then well-known Ngeladze Kesaria, Vitigreta Zagorac Laura. With this one, she ended up being 6th. At the European, which is really, really nice. Let's jump into the section under 18. Of course, I follow the work of Nogorian and her games a lot lately. Very good chess player, very mature moves, and I was completely shocked of this position, because I love when there is a tactic in the strategical position. So the move was d4. We all know that d4 move is kind of more peaceful than e4 for sure. And what happened in this position? Nogorian playing against Elifnaz Akad. Of course, both of the players, Elifnaz Akad plus 41 in rating, while Noga is a little bit minus. We previously showed her game against Clara back then. But now, in this particular moment, in this position, we will again do a little bit of evaluation. This is only 14 move. We still feel like there is a lot of pieces in the board. And what happened? F3 move happened, okay. Bishop to F5, C5 move happened, so looks like the position is more and more closed. And Queen A6 question mark. Why? If opponents, let's say, bring the queen back, which is maybe psychologically hard, queen to d8, what will be the plan of white? Okay, probably a3, let's move a little bit more, bishop to a5, and then e4 move. Why? There is an interesting central blow in these positions when we have a lot of space. And just so you know, as a reminder, when we have a lot of space, we do need a lot of pieces to cover that space. So if opponent have a chance to simplify position, that won't be good for us as somebody who has space. But this is something normal. But when you just play another move and play queen to a6, this is something g6 came. I find myself, even though I'm not sure, I cannot tell that with 100% of sure, that I know how to actually feel when the queen is completely disoriented. She's not playing this game, she's just there in the angle. And what Dorian Noga felt is this situation of queen being completely a part of the king and of the king's side. That's why g6 is amazing move. F2 on g6, rook g1. Now she's exploring the g file. Knight d7 and knight took on g6 easily. Rook g8. It's very hard strategically, to move here. Everything is on the queen side while the real fight is on the king side. So Orion Noga played this very good. I'm very proud of this. And look at this bishop on d6. Dark squares are really, really weak right here. Why? Because this bishop is still, and this queen is still far away of the real battle, which is really, really important in this position. And now this is a real nightmare for black. And I think that Elifnaz already felt bad in this position, already knew that this queen is also going to jump into the dark squares and give a checkmate to black king. Believe it or not, in the next six moves, the game was completely over. Bishop to g6 took, queen g5 exclamation point for me. So Orianoga is not trying to, to just take and, and torture herself for many moves. She's playing pretty precisely. Knight to f6, amazing. Queen took, and then this is the, probably for me, I would resign as a black. This will be the last move because everything is falling apart. And this is something when you feel queen trap that on the different angles, so you can go and push on the king side and win the game. I was amazed of this position when I saw it in the playing hall, and I wanted to show you. This is the resignation from Elif Nazakat. Why? Because there is a checkmate coming on the both side of e7 and c7 square. So this kind of strategically movement, the position looks very closed, but then below g6, and she felt like the queen and bishop are in completely wrong places. She felt it, and she used that opportunity to give a checkmate really quickly in the 26th move. And what do we have on the their table, the starting rank after the actually after the 7th round is that we have I mentioned her at this video, Shotka Clara, who is holding the position number 1, then Sikenska Maria, then Kochavi Dana, Orianoga, we mentioned and we watched her amazing game, and after her we have a Letonian player, Tera Vetisiana, and the rest of players, which you can see right here. So these amazing games happen just now, and I was like very happy to show you guys, and I'm always happy to share comments, to bring me ideas which game should we analyze, and I will try to make it as much as instructive as if I can do. Thank you so much for following, and of course follow us at ECU channel. See you there, and greetings from Budva.